Well, Emerson asked them to gather so they could complete the registration process. They headed over to Cerberus University. Because of the competition, the shooting range was packed. They finished registering and then checked out the area to get familiar with it. The range was huge, bigger than the one at Starlight University. Though they were impressed with the place, all eyes were on Lillian because she was so stunning. Guys wanted to talk to Lillian, but she was practically being guarded by 4 guys from Starlight University. Letting Lillian talk to another guy felt like letting a lamb get eaten by a wolf. Lillian was oblivious to all of that and was amazed by the sights. If Cerberus University had offered a pre-med track, she might have considered going there. "Let's go eat," Emerson said after about an hour of looking around the university. Lillian had a weird feeling when Emerson suggested they eat. Mealtimes were usually when her enemies bothered her the most. Still, because Emerson was there, she went with them. They went to a cafe nearby on campus. Unlike other places, the cafe looked pretty empty, and only a few students were eating there. They picked out their food, paid, and sat at an empty table. Lillian walked with her food in her right hand and her drink in her left. She sensed someone rushing towards her. Just before they could collide, Lillian used a move to sidestep the person. Suddenly, that person fell to the ground. "Ah! Ouch! That hurts!" The person was a girl. Lillian looked at the person while everyone in the cafe looked at them. "You apologize to me, right now," the girl pointed at Lillian. "Why should I?" Lillian kept an emotionless face, looking at the girl and her friends. "You pushed me," she accused Lillian. "I pushed you? How?" Lillian asked Melissa. "Of course with your hand," Melissa said without thinking. "My hand? I'm holding something in both my hands right now." Lillian moved her hands, showing her food and her drink. "You tripped me with your legs then," she once again accused Lillian. Lillian sighed since she felt too lazy to deal with this nonsense. So she turned and went to her table. "Lillian." Her senior Colton looked at her, worried. "Apologize to me right now." The girl kept demanding Lillian apologize to her. Lillian put her food and drink on the table and turned to her and her friends. "I said I didn't push you at all, and I will not apologize to you. So do you want to leave on your own, or would you like me to help you?" The girl and her friends were shivering when they looked at Lillian and heard her voice. "We'll leave now. Sorry." After the girl said that, they turned and ran away from Lillian. "Lillian, your life must be crazy, right?" Colton looked at his junior. Lillian chuckled when her senior said that. "I used to live a quiet life, but recently a lot has happened to me." "You're also famous at our university," Rowan said to Lillian. "Those rumors about you are pretty big news. That girl from earlier must be jealous of your looks. That's why she wanted to mess with your reputation," Colton concluded. "Maybe, but who knows about that?" "Let's just forget them and eat," Lillian said, closing the topic. A little while later, in another place. "Aaliyah, I'm sorry. I failed." A girl was reporting to Aaliyah, who was sitting in her